Patrick was diagnosed with brain cancer in January 2009, and that was followed by an 8-hour awake brain surgery at Vanderbilt a few days after his diagnosis, and then 5 weeks later it was followed by radiation daily for 6 weeks. During the radiation he had to take chemo at the same time.
Okay. And tell me about the chemo.
The chemo was the standard of care chemo for any type of brain cancer now. It's a medication called Temodar. At that point in time, Temodar only came in a pill form. That was the only form that it came in. He had to take it daily during radiation, and it came as quite a shock to us when we went to find out our benefits for it, which we figured chemo would be paid if it was the standard of care chemo, and we found out that it was covered under our prescription policy for our insurance, and it was going to cost us $821 per week. So basically I would go get 7 pills, pay $821, which was 40% of our insurance, because it was on the third tier of the drug list, how the prescription policy worked. After that, he had to, that basically tapped us out for 6 weeks.
Okay.
That was our savings, that was what we had. After that, he had to take the chemo for 5 days every month, and our copay at the dose he was on was $5,000 a month out of pocket. And we ended up we were in full panic mode. We had to have, I didn't know I was going to get so emotional talking about this. Okay. We had to have our community set up benefits. My in-laws had to tap into their retirement. We had to do everything we could to pay for this chemo. Oral chemotherapy would be a lifesaver for our family, for so many, because I know so many people don't even get their chemotherapy. We are an exception. I make a lot of noise so I can get what I need for my family. A lot of people either don't have that kind of aggressive personality, or don't have that kind of the knowledge and resources on where to go to try to get as much help as possible. If there was such a law for oral chemotherapy, people who right now aren't even getting their chemo because they can't pay for it, so they just think that their only option is to just not have it. I think a lot more people would be alive, and I think a lot more people would have a much higher quality of life and be able to manage cancer.